Good morning, everyone. Joining us today, Ms. Candace Wheeler, Director of Government and Legislative Affairs for the Tragedy Assistance Program for Survivors. Good morning. Ms. Leslie Witter, Senior Vice President of Advocacy at the National Funeral Directors Association. Good morning, ma'am. Mr. Bob Carey, Director of National Defense Committee. Sir. Mr. Robert M. Holliday, Gold Star son of Captain Carl O. Hap Holliday. Sir, good to see you again. And Ms. Nicholas Keogh. Mr. Nicholas, sorry. That was an accident. Second Vice President, Local 17, American Federation of Government Employees. I please ask the witnesses to stand. Mr. Holliday, can you please? I know you got some bad knees, sir. Please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear the testimony you're about to provide is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to help you God? Please be seated. Thank you, and let the record reflect that all witnesses have answered in the affirmative. Ms. Wheeler, you're now recognized for 5 minutes to present the testimony of the Tragedy Assistance Program for Survivors.
Chairman Luttrell, Ranking Member Pappas, and distinguished committee members, the Tragedy Assistance Program for Survivors appreciates the opportunity to testify on legislation impacting our veterans and surviving families. We support the majority of these important bills and will focus on our top priorities. TAPS thanks Representative Peters for introducing the Veterans Claims Education Act, which ensures veterans and survivors are made aware of the free resources available for filing a VA claim. Since the passage of the PACT Act, there has been an influx of media advertisements and solicitations from predatory claim consultants. Historically, veterans and survivors have been vulnerable to predatory actors, and claim sharks are no exception. TAPS is committed to protecting surviving families from being exploited by predatory claim actors when numerous free options are available. TAPS applauds Representative Zinke for introducing the Flowers for Fallen Heroes Act. This important bill aims to reestablish the Flower Program, which offered a meaningful way for survivors to honor their loved ones who died in service to our country and were laid to rest in American military cemeteries overseas. The Flower Program was administered by the American Battle Monuments Commission and operated successfully for 65 years until it was discontinued in 2015. TAPS is proud to stand with the American World War II Orphans Network to support the reinstatement of the Flower Program, and we ask Congress to preserve it in perpetuity. TAPS thanks Ranking Member Pappas for introducing the Survivor Benefits Update Act. We support Section 2 of the bill, which extends the timeline for surviving spouses of Persian Gulf War veterans to apply for VA survivor benefits. However, we oppose Section 3 regarding the processing of survivor benefit claims, which changes shall be considered to may be considered. This change would require survivors to determine which benefits they qualify for and file a separate claim for each. Under current law, survivors file a single claim to be reviewed for all benefits. Although TAPS appreciates the intent to streamline the survivor claims process, it should not shift the burden to our survivors. TAPS is grateful to Chairman Luttrell for introducing the Mark Our Place Act. This important legislation removes time limitations on burial benefits for Medal of Honor recipients and ensures they receive the recognition they have earned and deserve. TAPS appreciates Representative James introducing the Preserving Veterans Legacy Act. This bill provides permanent authority to the National Cemetery Administration to bury eligible spouses and dependent children who predeceased their veteran or service member. The current law sunsets on October 1st, 2024. Our military families serve and sacrifice for our nation and should be afforded the honor of burial with their loved ones in a VA national cemetery. We urge swift passage of this critical legislation before the current law expires. TAPS thanks Representative Rauschenbauer for introducing the Dennis and Lois Krisfalusy Act, which would allow spouses and dependent children to be added to a memorial headstone or marker regardless of their date of death. TAPS appreciates this bill would extend the federal law for 10 years, and we recommend it be made permanent. TAPS is grateful to Representative Yacoum for introducing the Ensuring Veterans Final Resting Place Act. This legislation would allow surviving families to reimburse the VA for the cost of an urn or plaque for their deceased veteran if they elect to inter them in a VA national cemetery. Surviving families who elected to receive an urn or plaque were unaware this decision would forfeit burial benefits for their veterans going forward. This has caused surviving families additional emotional and financial stress. TAPS thanks Representative Vallejo for introducing the Modernizing All Veterans and Survivor Claims Processing Act. This bill expands the use of automation tools to process veteran and survivor claims to help improve efficiency and timeliness. TAPS supports the Improving VA Training for Military Sexual Trauma Claims Act. This critical legislation would establish MST sensitivity training for VA claims employees and contracted healthcare professionals and require VA to update it annually. Improving MST sensitivity training is vitally important to safeguarding the ongoing physical and mental health of MST survivors. TAPS is grateful to Ranking Member Pappas for introducing the Veterans Burial Improvement Act. This comprehensive legislation mirrors provisions within various standalone bills. Combined, they honor our veterans, service members, and their survivors. TAPS thanks you for the opportunity to testify, and we look forward to your questions.